Hey everybody, it's Christopher back for another tip. I'm on my Janome Skyline S5, and this is a 9mm wide sewing machine. Now, this is a wonderful machine, and sometimes you need that wider coverage when you're doing heavier fabrics. This is the straight stitch foot that is an accessory that you purchase for it, and this is great to use. However, this is a standard size zigzag straight stitch foot, and this is the zigzag foot for the normal 7mm wide. Now, what if I wanted to take the straight stitch foot from my old Janome, which is a 7mm, instead of this 9mm? Will it work? Well, stay with me. Don't go away. I'll show you. Okay, we're back. Now what I have to do is I have to remove this whole ankle from this machine. Okay? This is the ankle. And this is the ankle for the 7mm wide machine. Okay? Now you can see that on both of these ankles, I'm going to show you that the actual width here is wider on the 9mm than it is on the old 7mm. So there's no way that I can't fit my old 7mm on the 9mm here. But I've got a whole case full of accessory feet for 7mm, and I'm not going to lose them. So will this work? Will the 7mm ankle work? So we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try and see. So there's that. And then this is the standard zigzag foot. Okay, this is the standard zigzag foot. And I apologize, I'm trying to get close-ups in here for you. So if we just do a straight stitch, I think that's gonna work great. And then if I do a zigzag, stitch, I want to test that. Let's see, let's do number 11. That's 11. Let's do the width. Let's make the width 7.0. Okay, so see, that's a 7.0 width. And this foot will work. Okay? Now, let's do the straight stitch foot. See, because sometimes when you're sewing, you don't need that 9mm wide. It's too wide. And I haven't found any feet that are more narrow yet that'll fit this on the 9mm wide shank, ankle that is. So this here, go back to the center straight stitch. Okay, so this is going to give me my true 1/4 of an inch. You see that? I'm not going to get a true 1/4 of an inch on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get a true 1/4 of an inch on the 9mm, but I am going to get it on this. And then I'm going to get it, if I'm sewing from the edge, let me just show you here. Sewing from the edge. See, that works perfect. I don't have to throw any of those feet out or sell them. Right? Okay, so let's look at the width here. Let's get my seam gauge out here. And that is a beautiful 1/4 inch. You see that? That's a beautiful 1/4 inch on the old 7mm wide zigzag foot. So if you want to use your 7mm wide feet on your 9mm machine, you have to change the ankle. They're both high shank. Now, also, what I like to do is when we're doing collars and cuffs, we're going to sew right on the edge there. I can't see straight. I'm looking on the side of the camera, so forgive me if I'm crooked. Okay, so then there's the edge stitching right there. See that? That's the edge stitching. Now, will other feet work on here that I have? Well, let's check it out. Let's find out if my other feet will work. So, you want to see my case I have? Here's what I do, guys. Here's a tip for you. I have a fishing tackle box. You see that? And I put all my accessory feet in my tackle box. Look how much I have. Look at all these accessory feet that I have. Now, here's a piping. I've got the piping feet. See how much I've got everything on here. Okay? So, what if I, what do I want here? let's just try this. What is this? Stitch in the ditch foot? Is this a stitch? Yeah, I think this is a stitch in the ditch foot. Well, what's a stitch in the ditch foot for many of you newbies? Well, what it means is if you're going to bridge two pieces of fabric together, or if you need to sew in the ditch, I think. Let me see here. Let me look here. You have to angle it out here. It looks like it's going to make it. Okay, let's just say that this is. Oh Lord. A stitch in the ditch is good for when you're sewing between, like if you're going to put two pieces of fabric together, you're going to butt two pieces of fabric together, or you want to stitch in the ditch. You know what I'm saying? I don't think any of you realize stitch in the ditch. That's a quilting thing. But anyway, let's just say that I can also use it for edge stitching. So if I just want to move the needle over, this is a straight stitch. If I want to move the needle over, alright, let me try this again here. A straight stitch, move the needle over. There we go. Keep trying to move that needle over. Move it over some more. Come on, baby, you can go. Let's see. There we go. What if you want to edge stitch that and you can't do it on this straight stitch because you're not good? Well, you can use this middle foot here, this foot that's got this little bar in the middle, and you ride that bar against the edge here, and you move your needle over to the left. And you move your needle over to the left. And let me see if I can get this here. There we go. And you're going to have a perfect edge stitch. See, now I didn't have to go out and buy new feet. I can still use all my old feet. Look how beautiful that stitch around the edge there. And you'll have a perfect stitch every time. Now, in heirloom sewing, what this does is, let me do something here. Let me cut a piece of fabric here and I'll try to show you what I mean. Give me a second here. I got a piece of fabric. Okay, so in heirloom sewing, you butt two pieces of lace together, or two pieces of fabric together. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this. So you put them together like that, do your zigzag stitch, and then you make sure it clears. Let's see, we're going to make sure we're doing fine here. Okay, so this is butting up two pieces together. You can do that like this. This is also called bridging. It's really cool when you're using decorative thread. See how that put those two pieces together? Well, that I should have done a wider. Yeah, I should have done a wider zigzag. All right, let me do a wider zigzag here. Let's do this again and do a wider zigzag. All right, let's see here. Wider zigzag would be, and this should be starched too when you're doing, you should starch it. So let's increase let's do a 5.0 and see what that does. So all you do is you keep your fabric butted against that. And like I said, this is done, be cool if you're doing a heavier top stitch thread. And they also do it, they also call this, there's a faggoting stitch. It's called a faggoting stitch. I know it doesn't sound very politically correct, but let me see if I can get one up here for you. Let's see, mode 2. Let's see how this works. I might go wider than that. Alright, let's stop that and see. There. See? Let's just say you want to butt two pieces of lace together. Now this is a loose weave fabric right here, so it's not the ideal type of fabric, but you get the idea. You see that? Okay, so there's all kinds of things, but the cool thing to know is that if you have an old Janome and all the presser feet, don't get rid of it. Do not get rid of it. You can still use it on your 9mm wide new Janome. You just put the new ankle, or you put the old ankle on the new Janome, and always do tests to make sure that it's going to work for you. And what I suggest is you walk the foot first to make sure. Same. Go back to a straight stitch. Alright, so this is a tip for you, and I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you. Alright guys, until the next time, take care. Bye now.